poem seemed to beg a recipe, and I'm crazy about photographs. Photographs these days take the place of diaries, I think. You forget what you've done, so you look at your photos and it all comes flooding back. So each poem then took me on a journey, extraordinary, through the decades, back to my mother's post-war kitchen, and then my grandmother's, and my grandson got involved in the no-go and doing some of the recordings on my new website for other poems.
lindalines.co.uk.
And one of the greatest inspirations for me to do this was Lem, and I will let Lem tell you how we met and about why he is here, and I'm so supportive of his foundation.
Thank you, Linda. We met because I was going on. I needed a break and I needed to write I need some writing space, and I asked a friend, Maggie Norris, who runs Big House Theatre Company, who work with young people in care. And Maggie then asked Linda, and Linda said, well, I'd like to meet this gentleman first, obviously, and I came to meet you, and you said yes, and it all sort of started there, really, and then...
And he stayed for a whole month in my place in France.
And then the bailiffs came and stuff, and it seemed right to go when they came with the papers. And then I wanted to...
Your big thank you.
My thank you, was I was doing a gig at the... I'm a poet by trade, and I was doing a gig at the Dubai Festival of Literature. Yeah, it's a great festival in Dubai, and I invited Linda to come along and stuff, and you did. And you just, it was quite... When you do lots of gigs and stuff, it's your work, isn't it, in many ways, and to bring somebody, it's quite a tender thing, because you're working and you were just so stylishly, you just managed everything so wonderfully, and you were great in the green room, and Richard and Judy were over there, and David Walliams was over there, and like name after name, and the ballerina dancer who does Strictly Come Dancing, she'd written a children's book when she was there. You just, your style was so much better than mine. I got glasses over, you know what I mean? I sort of stumble into these things, and it was quite wonderful to be with you, because it was like being with a friend who was like, don't worry about me, I've got this covered. You know what I mean? It's a thing when you go to events.
There's a name you've missed out.
Oh, I was coming to this name, but yeah.
I met in the green room Joanna Trollope, who has since become such a motivating and close friend. Thank you, Joanna, for coming in. It's been really, really, really great. And what we're going to do is just tell you a little bit about Lem's foundation.
Yeah, my foundation. It's not really why I'm here. I'm here for this. I know, but I have a foundation for children in care. We do a Christmas dinners for them, and it's on Christmas Day. And the thing about the institution of the care system is that there's often Christmas dinners for children in care, but they're on Christmas Eve, or they're not on Christmas Eve actually. They're before the holidays, because the staff leave. Do you know what I mean? The staff have to go, and that's fair enough, and the social workers, etc. But Christmas Day is probably one of the most stressful and darkest times for many children who leave the care system between the ages of 18 and 25. They're in hostels and in bed and breakfast, etc. And it's that day that everybody goes back to their dysfunctional families, to have your Christmas dinner and not talk about whatever needs to be talked about and just get on. And they don't have that, and they're lost in that vacuum. And so we put on a Christmas dinner for them every year. It began in 2012, and it's now there's 10 of them around the country, and they're all organised in the communities that they're in. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and it's very easy to find online, etc. And so I've set up a foundation, and the foundation is to raise money for that. There is no administration fees. There's no workers. There's no cost other than what those young people get on that day. There's no worker. When I set this up, I wanted there to be no workers. I wanted there to be no administration costs, no travel costs for people that were people that were involved in it. And it's worked incredibly. Last year we were on BBC breakfast on Christmas Day, and we had the front page of the Guardian newspaper. We had no press, we have no press officer, and that's how I want it to be. I don't want to build an institution which becomes more bothered about how it looks after itself than how it looks after the people that it was originally set up for. A lot of great caring institutions are set up for the people that they care for, but as they grow, they end up having to feed themselves, and in fact that becomes the central narrative, and that's where abuse happens, because the eye's been taken off the ball, and other things take priority. So it was to do the impossible, to make something incredibly organised with all the checks and balances without it having an empirical structure of workers who were more bothered about the funding to get the workers than they were about providing the thing. Well, anyway, that's the foundation. So the foundation was set up for that.
And we've had a few new arrivals come through
Yeah.
the door. So,
Sorry, I've just talked too
no,
much.
that's all right. Lem was going to
Yeah.
do a reading from the book, but we couldn't decide which one. So you had an idea.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yes.
It's about poetry, it's about flags in the mountainside, and it's about the memory of things, and it's about why we actually write poetry in the first place. When I met Louis de Berniers yesterday, I met him in a couple of places, and he said to me, he was just on a plane, he was in Northern Ireland, and he said, it was a literature festival, and he said, I wrote a poem in the airport, and he read that poem on the evening, not last night, but the night before. The point is that writing poetry is a way of holding a memory in mind, and once it's done, the world is changed forever. You have created a space which holds in mind wherever you've been and whatever you've experienced. And this is why people write poetry in the first place, beyond everything, and that's why this is beautiful. I love the attention to detail. I love everything about this. I love the biog, and I wish more people did it, because a lot of people think of doing this, want to do this. I'll write a book one day, I'll write a poem one day, I'll remember this moment, and don't. And the action is everything, and that's what you've done. And that's quite an incredible feat.
And the motivation came from you.
Absolutely, it's all about me. So give me a number. If you give me a number between
1 and 20.
1 and 20,
3.
I will read
1
that
and
poem
21.
out.
3.
Number 3? Right. Have you just sighed then? Like, oh no, she's not chosen 3. We don't actually have to go to 3, it's a trick, this. they won't know.
Let's see. Number 3.
Number 3.
It's,
The third poem. The third one.
I think we should do that one.
Yeah, that's the
That would
third
be
one.
fun.
That's the third one.
Because it's short.
Pages, that one's 21. We could do a comedy set. Right, 21.
There we
Right,
are.
just-
There.
Right, I dance in my
Yeah,
kitchen.
that-
It was a very alluring picture. On the left. I remember Fahad, a Syrian warlord, he said. Oh, he could dance endlessly. We did. In my kitchen. Bar Cuba was the place we met. Salsa was a thing. Warlords and Cuban music, loud, no need of dance floor or a crowd, a complete CD from beginning to end, and how we danced in the kitchen that night. To heaven I was sent, it was clearly meant. He loved slow-cooked lamb. I like to please, simmering for hours, marinated well, in rosemary and garlic. Ah, what a smell. The Latin music combined with wine, as he whisked me round the floor, and we were breathless, we two. Oh, I remember Fahad, my kitchen loved him too.
These poems I've been compelled to write. Some of them make me cry, and some of them took me to places I never thought they would. Some are fun, some are saucy, and I just hope you enjoy. So the proceeds are going to go to Lem's Christmas dinners for the homeless. I've got a pen, and a book. I'd be very happy to sign. There are only 100 copies of the hardback. They're limited editions, and I'm going to keep back number 1, so that maybe if we hit the high spots next year, we can auction off the number 1 limited edition for another event. But thank you all very much for coming. and we're having a little bit of a shindig over with some eats at Olympic, for those of you who are free to join us. So thank you for coming.
Well done.